Hi, Sagittarius. Today we are looking at April 27th, 2025. That's the new moon in Taurus. We're looking at Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising with specific messages for each. We'll look at numerology and astrology and tarot cards, and we'll end the reading with advice for your sign. And in the description box, I have links for meditations for each of these tarot cards I drew for you today. So let's start with numerology. And the number for today is 22, and that's a master number. And 22 represents mastery, stability, and building something long-term. For Sagittarius, this number emphasizes the need to take responsibility, make structured decisions, and embrace personal growth. So if you've been living in the moment and avoiding commitment, today may push you to create more stability in your life, whether in relationships, career, or personal goals. Now let's look at astrology, the new moon in Taurus. The new moon lands in your 6th house of work, health, routine, and discipline. This lunation urges you to reassess your daily habits, structure your work life, and commit to long-term success. We'll start with the sun, and the sun is in Taurus, your 6th house. That's work, health, and daily routines. So the sun in your house of discipline urges you to establish routines that support your future success. So if you've been procrastinating on your health goal, a work project, or major responsibility, today's energy will push you to get organized and stay disciplined. The moon is also in the 6th house. That's going to talk about emotional connection into routines and wellness. So the moon here asks you to check in with how your daily habits affect your emotional well-being. You might realize that an unhealthy routine like bad sleeping habits, stress eating, or disorganization is holding you back. Today is the day to commit to change. Mercury. That's in Aries. That's your 5th house. That's about creativity, romance, and fun. So Mercury in Aries sparks fast communication and bold decisions regarding personal passions. So a creative project, a love interest, or a personal hobby may suddenly become more important, and you'll feel a strong urge to express yourself. Venus. That's in Taurus. That's your 6th house. That's going to talk about love and stability and self-care. So Venus in your house of self-care and work urges you to find balance in your responsibilities. You may realize you've been overworking yourself and need to set aside time for pleasure and relaxation. And then we get Mars, and Mars is in Pisces. That's your 4th house. It's going to talk about home and family and emotional security. So Mars in Pisces brings emotional intensity into your home life. So a family member might demand your attention, or you may feel restless in your current living situation. Now let's look at the tarot cards I pulled for you. And the first one I pulled is the Emperor. And it says, create time and space to be more you. The Emperor talks about structure and leadership and authority. And this card represents discipline and control and building a solid foundation. It urges you to take responsibility and establish order in your life. If you've been avoiding an important decision, like committing to a job or a relationship or financial plan, today is the day to step into your power and to take charge. Here's your advice. Structure leads to success. Make decisions based on logic, not just impulse. Then I pulled the 5 of Cups, and it says it will blow over. The 5 of Cups is about loss and regret and emotional healing. And this card suggests grieving past mistakes, but also realizing there is hope ahead. It urges you to shift your focus from regret to opportunity. Maybe you recently lost a job, or you ended a relationship, or feel disappointed about a missed opportunity. Today reminds you that not all is lost. There is still something worth fighting for. Here's your advice. Acknowledge your emotions, but don't dwell on the past. There's still something beautiful ahead. The last card I pulled was the Hierophant, and it says, sit with it first before you grow roots. So the Hierophant talks about tradition and wisdom and higher guidance. And this card represents mentorship, learning, and aligning with tradition and higher wisdom. It urges you to seek knowledge and follow a structured path toward growth. If you've been struggling to find direction in your career or your spiritual journey or education, today may encourage you to seek a mentor, commit to a new learning path, or embrace tradition. So here's your advice. Trust the process and learn from those who have walked this path before you. Now let's talk about this day for Sagittarius Sun, Moon, and Rising. Sagittarius Sun. That's about core identity and life path. You feel a strong push to take control of your life and make responsible choices. If you've been drifting or feeling lost, today will help you regain structure. You might take a leadership role at work or commit to a new career path or finally make a long-term decision about a relationship. Sagittarius Moon. That's going to talk about your emotional world and your inner self. Your emotions are focused on healing and moving forward from the past. There may be a strong pull towards personal reflection and spiritual growth. You might journal about your past regrets or have a deep conversation with a friend or seek closure from an old situation. Sagittarius Rising. This is about external identity and first impressions. The way you present yourself to the world is becoming more serious and intentional. Others may see you as more structured and wise today. People may seek your advice and look up to you as a leader. You might also make a bold statement in your career or social life that shifts how others perceive you. So here's a summary of what the day means for Sagittarius. April 27th, 2025 pushes you towards responsibility, healing, and structured growth. The Emperor, establish control and take charge of your life. The Five of Cups, let go of past regrets and focus on what remains. And the Hierophant, seek wisdom, tradition, and mentorship. Here's the advice for Sagittarius on this day. Step into leadership. Don't wait for someone else to take charge. Focus on what's ahead, not on what's lost. Seek wisdom from mentors, teachers, and structured traditions to guide your next steps. This is a day of powerful transformation for you, Sagittarius. Embrace structure, heal from the past, and step into a wiser, more intentional version of yourself. Thank you, Sagittarius. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you in another reading.